I'll be completely honest with you. I've had a long day and I'm tired, so I'm gonna try to power through this video. So the 4th episode of Secret Invasion has dropped on Disney Plus, and now here is my video on it with spoilers. That is a spoiler warning. If you have not yet watched this episode, which is the shortest one yet at under 40 minutes, and you plan on it, you should not watch this. You know the drill. If you have watched it or you don't care, then you are cool to stick around in my book. So let's get started. The episode begins right away telling us, yeah, of course Gaia is alive. I guess the end of the previous episode didn't hide that fact very well, with that shot with the doctor and all. So now we see what happened. She took the doctor's memories, and she went into that super Skrull power-giving machine to give herself Extremis powers. So she heals from that gunshot wound with Extremis, so yeah, she's okay. Of course, the bigger whistle this episode blows is the fact that Rhodes is in fact a Skrull. We know that for certain now. And also the fact that Priscilla is working with Rhodes, meaning yes, she is on Gravik's side. Not cool, wifey.
Not cool at all!
Because the two of them get together at some church, and they're talking about their master plan, and we see that Nick Fury is listening in on them via wiretap. I'm not exactly sure how Nick Fury bugged this conversation. Maybe it's something I missed. That's possible. But yeah, that does suck for Nick Fury. I mean, to find out that your own wife has turned against you, I for one wouldn't know what that's like. But you know, antitrust, betrayal, that's the whole theme of the show, deception, and loyalty. Like, we have this conversation between Talos and Gaia, so yeah, I guess Talos never found out that Gaia was shot. We're just gonna breeze right over that. It does turn out that this is gonna be their last conversation they'll ever have, and it does suck that it doesn't end well. Cause even though Gaia did betray Gravik by being the mole and siding with her father, she's like, alright, so what's your plan? Because Gravik does have a plan and it's working. Do you have a better way for us to be happy in our own skin? And Talos tells her his plan and she's like, you're delusional. So I feel like ultimately in Gaia's case, she agrees with Gravik's ideals, but at the same time, she is loyal to her family, which I guess would ultimately mean that she was playing both sides. That's what my mind is leaning towards. So yeah, she's like, you're nuts, so I'm just gonna go my own way, I guess. Which is interesting though, because for all Gravik knows, Gaia's dead. She can't reveal herself to him because she did betray him, but then she left her father, so is she just gonna be like her own team now? I don't know, but I am looking forward to seeing where that goes. She could have some really interesting character development there. And if I'm being honest, that could be one of the most interesting things about this entire series. Gaia's character development. So props to that. And then we get the scene where Nick Fury sits down with his wife and pretty much tells her, fuck you. Yeah, I know you betrayed me, so you can piss off. No, it's actually handled a lot more maturely than that. I do love it in stories when two opposing people can disagree with each other but still be civil about it. They're not just gonna try to kill each other right there on the spot. I mean, granted, they do get out their guns and shoot, but they both deliberately miss. They shoot past each other. And they're like, all right, so Fury, you're leaving. Would you still love me if I'd never changed? And Fury says, I guess we'll never know. And then he leaves. I like that. He doesn't lose his shit here. Very mature of him and her. And so we get to the scene where the US President Ritson, played by Gavin from Friends, goes to England. He's there for emergency peace talks with the Russians because of that whole scuffle that happened in the first episode. You know, the bombing, the threat of World War III, yeah, that whole thing. So he's gonna try to set things right, and that's when he is attacked by the Skrulls. We saw this in the trailer. Gravik and the Skrull resistance, they come down disguised as Russian soldiers, and they start shooting missiles at them. Now, I don't know about you, but whenever I plan a vacation in another country, it doesn't involve getting blown to bits like that.
Clearly you've never been to Sandals Paradise Island.
And actually a few big things happen here. Because of course there's going to be an ensuing gunfight, a complete shit show, everyone's shooting at each other, and here's where we do see Gravik use Groot powers. When that happened, it really did come out of nowhere. I was like, whoa. Not gonna lie, that was pretty sick. Yeah, it looked cool. And the big bummer at the end, Gravik does end up killing Talos right in front of Nick Fury. When that happened and I watched it for the first time, I was like, ah, damn. I was wondering how long Ben Mendelsohn was gonna be Talos in the MCU. Like how many titles he was gonna show up in, you know? How long his contract is and all that. Well, I guess for now, for all we know, I'm pretty certain it ends here. I mean, Gravik stabbed him in the heart. Talos isn't a super Skrull. I don't think he's recovering from that. That does suck, man, and you really see it in Fury's reaction. The way he yells and the way he shoots Gravik right in the face, that was really cool. And then Gravik just heals with Extremis. Dude, that's some good shit. And so this is pretty much where the episode ends. Fury ends up taking the president who's unconscious, so I guess we'll see their conversation next week. But I really do want to say rest in peace, Talos. We haven't known you for too long. I mean, in Captain Marvel, in Spider-Man Far From Home, and now Secret Invasion, you were a pretty great character. I'm sad to see you go. And I am sure that Gaia is going to be full of regret as well. I'm guessing that'll also come to light next week. Man, this show is brutal. First Maria Hill and now Talos? Secret Invasion's got balls. Gotta commend that. We are now through Act 2 of this 6-episode series, so now let's rev up for Act 3, the finale, the final 2 episodes. It's exciting! So, Secret Invasion Episode 4, titled Beloved. Have you watched it yet? What are your thoughts on it? And what are your theories and predictions for next week's 5th episode? Whatever you think, go ahead and leave a comment. And of course, thank you for subscribing. Peace!